Well, hello everyone, and welcome to creating your first letter in Photoshop. So the first thing you're going to want to do is search for the Photoshop icon, or if you're on the PCs, you can come down here in the search bar and type in Adobe Photoshop 2022. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to come up here and hit Create New. When you hit Create New, we're going to work on everything in class in print, letter paper, just like you would a regular sheet of paper. Over here, this represents tall as in portrait or wide as in landscape. And for this project, we are going to work on wide. So I would like for you to choose wide. And you're going to hit create. And you should end up with a white sheet of paper. For a quick overview of what we're going to be doing, tools are always located over here. And we're going to be working with the move tool and with the pen tool primarily, and possibly this direct selection here at the first. So one more time, we'll be working with the move and the pen and the direct select. Up here are some of your tool options, and over here are what your tools are going to do. Now, down here is layers, and this will come in handy in a minute as we start to make letters. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get on your desktop and you're going to find your graffiti background. And when you find your graffiti background, you're going to want to drag it directly in. And when you drag it correctly in, all right, there you go. And I have my background to work with. Now, this is where the move tool is going to come in handy. I would take my piece and zoom in on the first letter. So obviously by making this bigger and bigger, you're going to be able to see by dragging the corners. All right, you're going to be able to make your letter bigger and bigger. In my case, I'm going to be making a Y. So I would like to get this Y as big as I possibly can. My computer's running a little slow. Sorry, everyone. There you go. And as soon as it's set, you will need to click this check mark up here. All right. So now there is a clear Y for me to copy. I am now going to come over here and I'm going to click the pen tool. Now, as soon as you click the pen tool, this should look familiar because it's like the Bezier game. You're going to want to come up here, make sure it is set to shape, make sure the fill is nothing, and the stroke is black. Now, you can change how thick the stroke is, but I wouldn't go crazy. I mean, maybe make it like 2 or 3 to start with. All right. You're then going to come down here, and just like the game, in as few strokes as possible, you're going to want to try to make your letter. So I'm going to click, make a line. I'm going to click and bend. All right, that should look familiar to you. Click and bend to make a curve. Then I'm going to click down here to curve it down to the bottom. Click one more time. Click up here and bend. All right, click down here. We're going to come back and fix this here in a little bit. Just get it close. Click and bend. Click and bend. Click and bend a little bit. Click and click again. I'm going to show you how to fix that here in a second. Click and bend. Click. Click and bend. Click and bend. Click. Click, click and bend, and one more time, click and bend. All right, now as you can see, I kind of messed up on some of these spots over here, all right? And in order to fix some of those things, we're gonna come back over here and use this thing called the direct selection tool. You're gonna click on this, and this is going to allow you to come back over here, and you will be able now to pick your items, all right? And you'll be able to fix them up a little bit. So even though I made a mistake on the first round, I can come over here with the direct selection tool, and I will be able to grab the individual pieces that I made, and I will be able to tweak them a little bit more so that they fit on to my letter a little bit better. So again, the direct selection tool will allow you to work with your levers and your anchors and allow for you to fix your letters up so they look a little better. And you should be able to get your letter as close as humanly possible to how you want it. And that is how you create your first letter.